is your assessment of what's been going on?
Thank you very much indeed. Good afternoon, London from Kiev. And this is extremely important to understand that the situation with the Prigozhin is not the end of the Putin, but definitely the Putin image in Russia is invulnerable leader is completely destroyed. Now, the whole world understands who is the Putin, but now many people understand it in Russia. And with that situation, I think that the armed forces of Ukraine definitely use this opportunity to increase the efficiency and intensiveness of our counteroffensive and receive the certain results. And when you not from position of strength, speaking with Putin, nothing happened. And this is paradoxically enough that even Prigozhin case demonstrate that if you speak with Putin by strength, this is the only language Putin understands, and he's shown the limits of the Putin power. And we need to learn how to speak one voice of strength with Putin, and that definitely lead us to the victory.
However, are you concerned about these reports that Prigozhin could have gone to Belarus and how that may affect things, bearing in mind that you have a border too with Belarus?
Again, this is a suicide for Prigozhin. As Ukrainian military chief now have said, and this is a suicide for Belarus, including the Belarusian unrecognized leader, Mr. Lukashenko. I'm absolutely confident that Lukashenko has no any doubt about how powerful is armed forces of Ukraine, created by me since year 2014. And we definitely need to continue the work of our unity. And what we're waiting from the West, again, we are not afraid, neither Prigozhin nor Lukashenko. But what we are waiting from the West, on the 11th, 12th of July, it would be Vilnius summit. And I have a meeting with your foreign secretary, Mr. Cleverly, just a few days ago in London. And I want to thank him, thanks to the British Parliament, British Prime Minister, about firm position for supporting Ukrainian future membership in NATO, possibly, very important, that we should hear the invitation in NATO for Ukraine on this Vilnius summit. That was definitely would be game changer.
And we have been hearing, over the last 24 hours, the impact, the positive impact that this has had on Ukrainian troops, these events. And we're now hearing that Russian troops are facing multiple threats along a 125-mile front line with Ukraine's forces who are making ground in Bakhmut. Can you tell us anything more about that?
This is not only Bakhmut. We definitely now providing the operation for encircling Bakhmut. This is on the middle stage. We have an important operation direction Ugly-Dar and Orekhovo with a possible development operation to Tokmak and Vasilievka. So we have a different points. This is now on the stage of the reconnaissance by fire, and we have an opportunity for at least 10 possible directions of a very successful attack. This is a very difficult thing. Russians learn already how to fight. They have a combat experience, but Ukrainian soldiers has a strong motivation. We have the armed personal carrier and tanks, including the Challenger tanks from Great Britain, including the Shadow Storm missiles from Great Britain. And I'm very much proud that Great Britain is now one of the leaders or demonstrate leadership, including the Prime Minister Sunak, for the fighting together, shoulder to shoulder with us, with the Russian aggressor. And extremely important, one more thing. When I was in London, I have an opportunity to speak with the Ukrainian soldiers who is in a training camp, and we are very much waiting for F-16. This is the, again, game changer. This is the very important factor because all NATO standard definitely will include the air support and air dominance. And this is a key factor for Ukrainian counteroffensive. This is the key factor for our future victory.
I know you won't want to give away any details as such, but we understand that perhaps the main thrust of the counter-offensive is yet to begin. Do you need increased air support before you go to that stage?
We need it as soon as possible. This is my answer. Together with the air support, we need the air defense, increasing capability. We need a radio electronic warfare system, and definitely we need the long-range missiles. And with that situation, I think that now, look, as a former commander-in-chief and as a fifth president of Ukraine, I can tell you, weapons is never enough. But with that situation, I'm absolutely confident our joint efforts, together with the assistance of our partners, we have a very strong hope. We are quite optimistic for the future success of Ukrainian offensive operation, and we now speak only about the schedule, when and where it happens.
And do you think perhaps the end of the war has been hastened now because of Putin being weakened by the weekend's events?
The Prigozhin military coup is make it closer. The possible decision on NATO summit will make it closer. And this is definitely depend on us, and this is definitely depend on you. Together, we can do that much faster.
Petro Poroshenko, former president of Ukraine, thank you very much again for updating us there from Ukraine.